1, 2. 1, 2.
You are
1,
now
2.
unmuted.
Hello? You can hear me? Okay, fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I think now we can proceed
You are now muted.
with our session. Sorry for that technical hitch that we encountered. I think now everything should be okay. I hope our DVC has also managed to sort out the same challenge wherever he is. Professor James Kahindi, because he was now to take over and lead us up to the point where we have the Vice Chancellor talking to the students. Professor Kahindi, are you okay now? Okay, let us give him 2 minutes as he tries to log in. Nearly all of us were logged out, and now we are trying to log in and join the session once again. So I'm sure the same problem, Professor Kahindi encountered the same problem. So let us give him 2 minutes for him to be able to check in again, and then he will be able to give us his words of wisdom and guide us in the next part of this meeting. Umefaulu, Prof? Mimi nimefaulu. Tena nimeongea kidogo. Okay, I've just spoken to Prof, and is in the process of joining this session. Meanwhile, as we wait for Prof, I want to talk generally about Pwani University, and for the students who are joining us for the first time, today is the climax of our orientation process. And it's always good that we pick some of the important issues which we can pass to you. Like my mic is not working. It's working. Come on, please. I have been looking at the chat, and there are so many questions which students are asking. There are questions which students have been raising, and I would like to, as I wait for Professor to join, I like to have a recap of those questions. Hello.
You are now unmuted.
Okay, thank you so much, Peter, and the rest.
You are now muted.
I would therefore like now to proceed. I'd like us to proceed. As I said, I want to just talk generally about Pwani University, and as I wait for Professor James Kahindi to join us. Pwani University, as I said, is a comprehensive university. It teaches a wide range of programs ranging from certificate, diploma, undergraduate, that is bachelor's, master's, and PhD. The university was founded in 2007 as a constant college of Kenyatta University. Before that, it used to be the Kilifi Institute of Agriculture. In 2013, the university received its charter and became a full-fledged university in Kenya. Since then, the university has been growing year to year in terms of the number of programs which are offered by the university and in the number of students who are joining the university. This year, we expect about 3,000 students to join the university to do various programs, as I said, ranging from certificate, diploma, degree, and master's and PhD. Now, I want to go straight to what students are asking here and there. One of the things students are asking is about registration and payment of fees. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a basic requirement. You are supposed to register yourself, and after you have registered yourself, then now you become a bona fide student of Pwani University. That begins with payment of fees, and fees should be paid in the bank. Don't come to the university with cash money to pay. No, go as you have been advised in your admission letter. You pay to the various bank accounts that have been given there in that admission letter. And normally the bank and the university, they have a way of reconciling their information or data. This happens every end of a business day. They reconcile their data and they are able to catch or update themselves on the payments which the students have done. Don't do any other thing. Don't listen to any other person who might be trying to con you. So be careful with that. Then you pay your fees, you do your registration, you become a bona fide student of Pwani University. You can establish this by checking your portal. Your portal will show that you are registered and that you have paid your fees. This is a basic requirement. Then thereafter now, you are supposed to follow this online orientation. And after this, we are going to guide you on other sets of activities which are supposed to take over after this. One of them is for those students who would like to transfer from one program to another, from one school to another. You are going to give you some guidelines, and then you should be able to follow those guidelines so that you can transfer. If you are successful, that is, you qualify, give you and that the program you want to transfer in still has some space or vacancy for you. Otherwise, if the program is full, then you cannot be assisted. Other than that, there are also questions about accommodation. Accommodation, the university has a few hostels on campus and where students can get accommodated. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, I pick up phone. Yeah, over to my technical team in ICT. Please put on the line the video by the Vice Chancellor. I think where Professor Kahindi is, there's a serious technical hitch, and we shall move straight into the Vice Chancellor's speech, which will be given, which is recorded and I think hosted by the ICT department. So if you are ready, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm still talking generally to the students. Okay, looks like they are ready. So ladies and gentlemen, on the screen now coming will be the speech of welcoming you to Pwani University by the Vice Chancellor, Pwani University, Professor Mohammed Rajab. I think, Peter, you go ahead with that.
The Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Registrars, Director Quality Assurance, Director Board of Undergraduate Studies, the Deans of Schools, the Dean of Students, the Chairperson of Departments, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. New students of Pwani University, I join my colleagues who have talked to you earlier to also warmly welcome you to Pwani University. We feel privileged to have you join our community. We have been looking forward to meet and interact with you face to face. However, due to the prevailing COVID-19 environment and the guidelines set by the Ministry of Education, we decided to undertake the registration exercise and orientation program remotely on the e-platform. Your lecturers are looking forward to engage you in academic dialogue, discussions initially remotely on the e-platform before you physically report to the university campus in Kilifi for face-to-face learning in January 2021. The university has been inspected for purposes of ascertaining its compliance and readiness to offer face-to-face learning. We are convinced that as an institution, we have met the requirements as recommended by the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education. Today's function concludes the formal orientation program and makes you part of the Pwani University student fraternity. I have no doubt that you will be happy here and you will enjoy the ambience, beautiful surrounding, and hospitality of the people of this region when you report on campus. I also take this opportunity to congratulate you for securing university entry and also thank you for choosing to study in Pwani University. Your enrollment marks the beginning of a lifelong association with this university, first as a student and later as alumni. I am certain that your learning experience will be exciting and memorable. Please take your classes, which will initially be delivered remotely, seriously. It is important to note that for this semester, continuous assessment tests and examinations will be administered remotely. This is the moment you steer yourself to the direction you have always dreamt of and actualize your dreams. In addition, when you report on campus, you'll have an opportunity to interact with other students from diverse backgrounds and experiences, which will enrich your educational experience and help you develop a greater understanding and appreciation of the complexity and richness of the cultures in our country. Have an open mind and willingness to subject your views, beliefs, opinions, assumptions, and ideas to scrutiny, test, and interrogation, and you will enjoy learning in an atmosphere of diversity and inclusivity. I can assure you that we will strive as an institution to make your learning experience here at Pwani University worthwhile. You have joined an institution that is accommodating, dynamic, flexible, and democratic. However, the academic programs are intensive, and you will therefore need to work extra hard to keep up the pace. We at Pwani University are truly proud to be the vehicle that will help you achieve your goal and objectives. For the coming years, you'll have the ability to make your own choices about the course of your education, whether to complete on time or not, or to get an honors degree or not. It is important to note that your final degree classification takes into consideration all the years you spend at the university, from first year to your final year. We will work with you to ensure that you succeed and achieve the goals that made you join Pwani University. Having completed your registration exercise and now your orientation program, I believe your ultimate goal is to attain that degree or diploma or certificate you desired at the conclusion of your program. To succeed and achieve your objective, you must take your studies seriously. If you do not perform and meet the mandatory university academic requirements, you'll get an academic warning or end up taking a supplementary exam, or worse, repeat some subject or even your year of study. Work hard in your academic endeavors, work for an honors degree, learn to appreciate others, learn to say thank you wherever necessary, and sorry when there is need to. If you heed these messages, you'll have a great time of studying, learning, growth, and development at Pwani. Take time to acquaint yourself with academic guidelines, including the examination policy. This is important for your academic progression. Should you experience any difficulties whatsoever, be assured that our academic and administrative staff are there to assist and help you realize your dreams and aspirations. The Dean of Student Office will always be available to make your university experience a positive and rewarding one. You can always call and seek advice or assistance from the Office of the Dean of Students or other members of the faculty. Please, and I repeat, please do not keep anything bothering you to yourself. Always seek assistance. We are here to help you. A few things you need to know. At Pwani, students are encouraged to use the power of reasoned argument, logic, and debate to explore differences with a view of narrowing them, breaking new ground, and enhancing a deepening shared understanding. However, it is important to note that you are likely to ruin your education and personal growth and development if you indulge yourself with retrogressive matters that do not add value to your academics. I therefore strongly advise you to concentrate on your studies and consult us wherever in doubt. There will be a few matters though in which you have no choice, in the sense that university citizenship entails certain obligations that we consider basic and are non-negotiable. For instance, we expect you to abide by the principles that govern student conduct at the university. Drug abuse in this institution is not tolerated, and any student who engages in drug use will be expelled from the institution promptly. Also, for those who will be residing on campus, cooking in the hostels is not allowed, and any person, together with all those with him or her, will not be allowed to continue staying on campus. And when it comes to examinations or other academic work, you have no choice but to strictly observe regulations. Also, be informed that being in a university does not exempt you to the law governing this country. Any acts of lawlessness will be dealt with as per the law. So as to mitigate any challenge of insecurity, we at Pwani are working closely with the relevant arms of government and private security organs to secure our institution on a 24-hour basis. We request you to join us in this endeavor at all times. Security begins with the individual, and it is good to be alert at all times. Report any suspicious person or activity. Always trust your instinct and act appropriately. The University Security Service will always be there to provide security to students, staff, and property. Each one of us should be alert and develop a heightened sense of crime awareness. For example, allowing someone you do not know in your residence is placing everyone in that residence at risk. Please take note that it is your obligation to ensure that you clear all statutory requirements, including payment of all your fees. Any person with a fee balance will not be registered and is therefore not officially a student of Pwani University. Also, as you are aware, we are close to the Indian Ocean here in Kilifi. But this side of the seashore is not safe. Very good swimmers, many of them locals, have lost their lives. At Pwani, we have lost several students over the years. I'm requesting you not to experiment with swimming in the ocean when you come to Kilifi. Please take this seriously. Also, please take cognizance that we are an apolitical institution, and therefore campaign materials in terms of t-shirts, caps, and other paraphernalia is discouraged on campus. Elections come and go. We should respect the opinion of others. It is important that peace on this campus prevails at all time. As I conclude, I look forward to getting to know each one of you better during your first year here at Pwani University. Today, you begin a new chapter of your life, and it is a privilege to be part of it. I wish to acknowledge that all other institutions of higher learning will have their share of challenges. Nevertheless, it is our tradition at Pwani to continuously address these and other emerging challenges. As we meet the challenges, we overcome them through thoughtful and decisive actions as a community. For some time now, we have learned that the best response to challenges is to adapt where we need to change our practices, or focus where circumstances warrant. But all in all, to remain steadfast in our core business of teaching and learning. Lastly, I would like to end with the following words. The future is not an extension of the past. Nobody owns the future. Not the rich, not the powerful, not the connected, not the old. You create the future when you chase your dream. I believe you have come to Pwani University to chase your dream. We will work hand in hand with you to help you achieve it. Once again, welcome to Pwani University. Karibuni. Thank you for listening to me. May God bless all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was the Vice Chancellor Pwani University, Professor Mohammed Rajab, who has officially now welcomed us to Pwani University. Now, you, wherever you are, consider yourself as a student of Pwani University. However, continue fulfilling all other requirements as we begin the teaching and learning process. I will request that we continue having the questions and clarifications come just before we conclude. I would like to echo some of the statements which the Vice Chancellor raised. These are very, very important issues which the Vice Chancellor has brought up. One of the things which is a big milestone and something that is going to really impact on you in many ways is that now you are going to begin your lectures. You'll be taking your cards, you'll be taking your examinations online. So this is something which you need to take cognizance of, and you need to really prepare for it. I have been talking about it, but now it's official from the Vice Chancellor that teaching and learning process will begin and we shall be offered remotely, that is through online platforms. So you need to take cognizance of that and prepare the adequate resources that are required. The Vice Chancellor has also indicated to us, and this is a culture of Pwani University, that we normally have an open mind when we approach issues. We'd like you to come to Pwani with an open mind, ready to accommodate what is important for you, so that as you continue with your studies, you can be able to come out as a qualified person, both academically and also on matters which relate to your social welfare. This way, you'll be able to learn a lot. You'll be able to experience a lot, and you'll be able to get maximum output from our professors and teachers who are here and waiting for you to teach you. I'm very happy he has mentioned something which I always ask my students to not to get involved on retrogressive issues, retrogressive matters, which kind of detract you from your path, your learning path, and they kind of affect your teaching and learning process. And some of this is what I mentioned here and is common with students. The issue of drug and alcohol abuse, that is something that you need to avoid, otherwise it's going to affect your learning process. So come here knowing very well you've come from your village, from your home, and the main objective of you coming to Pwani is to gain academically and to be able to achieve your endeavors as far as academics are concerned. The VC has also mentioned about security. We are happy that we enjoy good security at Kilifi and most parts of the coastal region. However, we cannot rule out cases here and there of insecurity. But he has given us a skill and a wise word that the best thing is to be your neighbor's keeper. Take care of yourself, take care of your neighbor, and the neighbor takes care of you. That way, you'll be more secure. So don't do things which can compromise your security and the security of your neighbor. And if you do that and your neighbor does that, then you are secure. Things like staying out late in the night, venturing into some places that seem insecure, you know, inviting strangers into your place of residence. These are things which can compromise your security. Please avoid them. You also mentioned something to do with the ocean. This is a very wonderful place when you come to Kilifi, and I think we are the only university, if not in East Africa, but even in Africa, which is placed on the beach. We are very close to the Indian Ocean, and the scenery is so wonderful. It is so good, and sometimes it is tempting us to venture into the blue waters of the Indian Ocean. The unfortunate thing about it is that we actually don't have nice beach lines, and what we have would be, I think, to me, some rocky underwater hills and caves, which are really dangerous. Those who have ventured, myself, I have not even once. Those who have gone in are telling me that the surface is really uneven. There are rocks and there are caves, and there are very strong sea currents under the waters, and that can be really dangerous. We have lost some of the best swimmers, even with the Kenya Navy forces, and even the locals who have been here since they were born. We have also lost some of them in the ocean. Please, please, don't venture into the ocean. You can walk around, you can walk on the beaches, you can enjoy the breeze, but don't take that step and enter the waters of the Indian Ocean. We have lost, I've counted as the Dean of Students, over 6 students, about 6 exactly, since we started in 2013. 6 students have died, and it is one of the most painful moments for me as a dean and also a parent when you lose a student in that kind of nature. So please don't venture into the ocean. The other thing I like to stress is about peace in the university. And Pwani University, I have gone personally to other universities, public and private universities in this country, and also outside the country. And Pwani, I think we are very peaceful. First, the community itself, which is around the university, the workers who are working here in the university, and somehow the students who join the university tend to be very, very peaceful people. Kind of they adapt to this situation, and you find some very wonderful people ready to listen, ready to talk to you. You are now joining us. We would like you to adopt that so that we continue having that particular trait or specific trait for Pwani University as far as peace is concerned. Now, peace is maintained is maintained by the individuals and for the individuals. So come here knowing that for us, peace is the way. And if there are issues, just have an open mind, as we said. Tell us what you think is bothering you, and we are ready to listen. And where we can help, we shall help. As you come to join Pwani, and you can even check with other students who are joining other universities. The university education across the country is undergoing various challenges. There are challenges in terms of the delivery of the content. There are infrastructural challenges as well, and many other challenges that are facing students. I think one of it, as far as students are concerned in Pwani, is the issue of accommodation, places where they can, you can take your meals. Some of these, you may face some challenges here and there. Kilifi town itself is a small town, relatively small, relatively young, but ready to welcome you. You may have challenges like scarcity of water. Sometimes electricity goes off without any notice, so on and so on. These are challenges that the university is facing, and I can assure you we can overcome all this with your support. One of the things is that we ask you to be very thoughtful in what action you are taking, in what you want to do, so that you can overcome these challenges. We want you to take some decisive actions and decisions when you are faced with these challenges. Don't give up. When you give up, then you lose, and that is not the motto of Pwani University. We are ready to take challenges head on, but we do it with a deep thought and making very informed decisions, taking very well thought out decisions. That is our nature. Despite these challenges, that is what we like to do going forward. And Kenya and the world, we all know that there are some challenges that are even beyond us, like the challenges of COVID-19, which came to us recently. This particular issue has changed even the way we do things, and that is why you are going to start taking your courses online. Let us have an open mind and adapt to this change, and then we focus going forward. If we are stuck, we remain where we are. But if we adapt to the new situation, then we get moving. Yeah. So I think one of the things that there's one student who this morning told me that I have challenges on this online thing because my parents don't seem to understand. Please make them understand. We cannot do things the normal way we've been doing them, the conventional way we've been doing things. No, we now need to change our way of doing things and focus going forward. This will help us to move ahead and also to be able to reach, to attain our degrees, our diplomas, certificates, masters and PhD on time and get out, reached into the market before others. So this is something that I would like to urge you that you embrace so that we can go forward and remain ahead of the pack. There are many thousands and thousands of students who are joining universities this year, particularly this month or next month. Thousands and thousands. The secret for you is to stay ahead so that when it comes to the job market, you are ahead of them. So if we can adapt this, embrace the new way of doing things, and we go on ahead of the others, you are going to graduate much earlier than some of others, some colleagues, and therefore you'll be able to enter the job market pretty early and take the positions before the others come. In that case, then, as the VC has concluded, is that nobody owns the future. It is us to do what we can do now so that our future can be the best, can provide for all those things that we aspire, desire to have in future. So the future is us. We are the ones to shape our future. Thank you so much. I have been calling for questions. I have not seen any on the chat, but if there's somebody who is able to speak, please switch on your mic and I'll be able to see you and give you a chance to ask your question. Anybody with something to say? I'm seeing my colleagues, Dean Kwena. I can see that you have joined. I was also seeing Professor Semenye. Jacinta, if you have anything to add, we are now concluding. I like to end the session, but if you are there and you have something which you can tell our students, please feel free, switch on your mic and let me know if you have something to tell our students. Dr. Kwena. Okay, it seems Jacinta doesn't have anything to say. She had a time, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and she talked to us. Peter and Newton, is there anything that is remaining? Peter?
You are now unmuted.
Yes, I can. Oh, that will be wonderful, I think, as I take a break. Yeah. So, dear students, next now we shall have a video. Welcome remarks from the DVC in charge of administration, finance, and planning.
Yeah, my very warm greetings from Pwani University. My name is Professor Helen Mondo. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Administration, Finance, and Planning. On behalf of my division and on my behalf, I wish to welcome you to Pwani University and also wish to congratulate you for having made the cutoff to join a program at Pwani University. In addition, I wish to thank you for selecting this prestigious university, and I can assure you that you made the right choice, because this is a great university and you will enjoy your stay here. As a division, we shall support your stay here, and allow me at this juncture to introduce some of the sections that you will really interact with a lot under this division. First and foremost, we have the Office of the Registrar in charge of administration and planning, and under this office there are various sections that will really work with you to make your stay comfortable. We have the transport section. This section will support you a lot, especially in your field trips, whether they are for curriculum or co-curriculum activities. You will meet officers in that section who will organize, in consultation with the academic division, your trips in and out of the university. We also have a section that maintains your living and learning environment, and that is the maintenance section. Again, you will interact with this team of workers who will keep either your hostels clean, your classrooms clean, will ensure that your learning areas are adequate, appropriate, and well maintained. We also coordinate the accommodation section, and you will meet with a team of janitors, also in collaboration with the academic division, that will ensure that your stay is safe. And at the moment, we are working very hard as a division to try and comply with the requirements of government on how your living areas should be adjusted, and also how your learning areas should be adjusted and reorganized. And we have made strides towards that direction, and I'm sure when we are able to meet face to face, you will find an environment that will be conducive to learning and a stay. I wish to also introduce the finance department, and this is a department where you will also interact a lot on a regular basis, because these are the people who will be concerned with your monies, whether you have paid fees or not. They will advise you on your fee balances and what is required of you to pay. We dedicate a specific office to deal with student finances, to make it easier for you to work with this section. Although you may not be physically present because of the prevailing situation of the COVID, I wish to encourage you from where you are to follow the directives that are issued from time to time by the President, the guidelines that are issued by the Ministry of Health on a regular basis, in order for you to keep safe and stay safe, so that we at the university will get a chance to meet you whenever it will be possible. We are looking forward to meeting you and working with you, interacting with you as a university, and I therefore encourage you to feel part and parcel of the Pwani University community. Once again, I wish to thank you for choosing to come to Pwani University, and congratulations for that great achievement. Welcome and God bless you.
And off it. What's happening today? Yes, Peter. Yeah, I was shocked. The whole thing went black. Sawa, thank you so much, Peter, for that. And I think, dear students, that
muted.
was now the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Administration, Finance and Planning, Professor Helen Mondo. As she said, she's heading that division which supports the teaching and learning process in the university and also manages the development of the universities. You'll have a chance to interact with Professor Mondo and the division when you come, because they're the people who support us as we teach. They give us the classrooms and what we need in the classrooms for us to be able to teach. Now, I'm not seeing any questions which are coming from the students. I had requested Dr. Jacinta Kwena if she had anything to say. I can see she's still logged in. If you have anything, Daktari, just tell us. Otherwise, I want now to conclude this session and give the way forward to the students. Dr. Kwena, I saw like you were typing something. Okay. I think. Okay, dear students, I don't want to keep you waiting. Looks like Daktari is not in a position to connect and tell us the next. Now, what is the way forward? That is one of the questions which students will always ask. We have taken you through the orientation a whole week from Monday all the way to today, Friday. We hope our objective was to give you a broad understanding of the university and some of the processes which go on in the university. An example is the fee payment. The example is the intra-school transfer, accommodation, guiding and counseling services, the library issues, and so on. So this has been done. Now, the next thing which I want you to understand, after the Vice Chancellor has spoken to you, you become a student of Pwani University. Each and every student comes to the university to do a certain program. And that program is regulated or managed by a school. And within the school, they are the owners of the programs. That is the chairs of departments. The chairs of departments. Those are the owners. Those are the ones that you are going to interact with. We call them as CODs. Please interact with our website to identify your school, identify your department, and identify who is the COD of that department and get the contacts of that COD. Because now, as the Dean of Students, I will come once in a while to talk generally about the university or your students, your student welfare, but your academic issues will be regulated and managed by the COD. So make sure that you know the COD, first the school, and then the department, and then your COD. That is a very, very important person you need to have his or her contacts so that if you have any questions, you ask those questions. Before I finalize, I'm seeing now Jacinta has come. Dr. Kwena.
Thank you, Dean Juma.
Just a minute to tell something to our students.
I really don't have much because I think on Wednesday, I talked a lot to the students who are there and they asked questions. Some of them have been following me with the mails and SMS and WhatsApp. They are very welcome. This is we operate an open system. And so that means you can actually get us on WhatsApp, you can get us on SMS, you can get us on emails, and we shall be able to solve your problem. So feel very welcome. I think you have heard the VCs talk. It was very comprehensive and it had everything. So you are very welcome to Pwani University. It's a very friendly university. It's very unfortunate that you are not able to come on campus at this time to enjoy the beauty of Pwani University, but we are looking forward to meeting you face to face. Otherwise, we wish you the very best wherever you are. Dean Juma, I think the students talked about asking or talking to the parents. I think that it was something like that because the parents are, yes. I thought in the letter there was a place where the students were expected to have at least a laptop or a smartphone too. Isn't that adequate for the parents to, Ama, what kind of information they want to be given to the parents for them to facilitate them? Because this is a new normal and therefore we don't know how long this COVID thing will take place. And we have seen it's a good thing for us to be flexible. And so we shall not, we shall do both face to face. We are calling it's blended learning. When things get back to the normal, but they will never be really normal where we were before. So we shall have you come here on campus face to face, but it will be very good for you to have this laptop or the smartphone, because online teaching, online learning now is the in thing. And just tell your parents, and I'm sure every university will be doing that, every institution, even the schools now, even primary schools now, the children are doing things online. So please ask your parents to facilitate you. Those who are able, let them get you a laptop. You can get a tablet or you can get a smartphone so that you are not disadvantaged during the lessons. I don't think there's a shortcut to that. Otherwise, again, feel very welcome to Pwani University. Thank you, Dean Juma.
Thank you, Daktari. Thank you for those remarks. I think that has enhanced the students in one way or the other. I would like now to conclude and say, dear students, we have taken you through the orientation, and now we are coming to the conclusion. According to the registrar, there will be communications on the next course of action. This will come perhaps in SMSs or emails, or they will be posted in the university website. Make a tendency of visiting the university website once or twice a day or after a day, something like that, so that you can be able to get the latest about Pwani University. Meanwhile, what is going to happen is the chairs of departments will now be given your contacts, and thereafter they will start contacting you. Perhaps you'll be forming WhatsApp groups so that you can be able to communicate with the chairs of your department. Otherwise, yes, Dean?
One thing, again, we have talked about this so many times about the transfers. I saw some students on the wall that had asked, can that be revisited again? I wish the registrar was around to talk to the students again about the transfers. The transfer will be, the forms will be available from on the portal from Monday. So that's why you are being asked, please make sure that every day check on the website to see the newest information. Will be updated. Everything will be there on the website. So for those who have a need for changing, the changes will start on Monday. They are not yet there. The forms are not yet there today. But on Monday, they will be there, and there will be a time period. If you don't meet the deadline, then that will be the end of it. So make sure that you are on the website all the time to see the updates of what is happening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. for reminding students on that. That question keeps on coming. So between 24th and 28th, that is next week, the window for transfer will be open. That is on 24th and will close on 28th. So beyond that, I'm not sure whether the registrar will open it. So grab this first opportunity if you so wish to transfer to another program. Otherwise, as I said, there will be some communication from the registrar, academic and student affairs. Meanwhile, the chairs of departments will be given your contacts as their students now. And from there, I'm sure you are going to have some meetings, virtual meetings, either in WhatsApp, Zoom, and so on. As an office, the Dean of Students Office, we shall also organize for some activities so that we keep you updated. One of the things that we are going to do is we are going to have a counseling week, and in that week, then we shall contact you in many ways that we are going to use, and now indulge you on matters of counseling. I shall also be once in a while coming to update you and give you more information, latest information about your welfare. Thank you so much. And with that, I want to say congratulations for joining Pwani University, and welcome once again. And for that case, I want to say this session now is adjourned. Thank you. Bye-bye, and congratulations. Okay, and end the meeting. Oh, yeah.